Either go big, they say, or go home. That's the code the Big Ten has been trying to live by since Bowen Woody was stalking the sidelines when college football was the real Game of Thrones. This season might be the one that defines what balling big in the CFB really means. The thing to pay close attention to in the Big Ten is not the in-house battles at QB. It's those games where the top QBs face up. That's Brian Lewerke versus Trace McSorley, in a matchup for one player who was responsible for nearly 3,500 yards and 25 TDs last season, going up against a player many consider one of the best QBs in the nation, and a Heisman hopeful. That's Northwestern's entire four-man depth chart at QB, leading with the return of Clayton Thorson from an ACL tear in last year's Music City Bowl, going up against the three-man depth chart at QB Jim Harbaugh has at Michigan, leading with Ole Miss transfer Shea Patterson and last year's Wolverine bowl game starter Brandon Peters. That's every game Alex Hornibrook takes a snap for Wisconsin, out to prove that last year's one-loss season was not a fluke. And at Ohio State, it appears that last year's backup D. Haskins is the next man up. But wait, Tate Martell is waiting in the wings, ready to get his tour on. That alone is enough for us to turn a non-situation into a situation. Other battles will be good. Some may be great. And even QBs on teams with nothing to lose will make weekly cases for why we must pay attention. Nate Stanley at Iowa, Tanner Morgan in Minnesota, true freshman Sitkowski at Rutgers, Lovie Smith-Beard at Illinois, and the Terps could have a two-headed monster on their hand with Hill and Pigram more than likely splitting time. While Brandon Dawkins, the graduate transfer from Arizona, is focused on putting Indiana football back on the map. But the Big Ten is all about the big. The Big Blue, the Big Red, the Big Pete holding that mallet, the Big O. While Michigan and Ohio State have their QB scenarios to work out, Purdue and Nebraska have their own schemes that they will bring to the table, each having an overstock of talent at the position, and neither fully confirming who their on-field commander actually is. Stakes is high, plots are real, and in the Big Ten, it's the QBs who regularly put the B in BMOC. That's why here it's either you go big, like we told you, or go home.